It's really, really cool to see just, the bond that you have. And after you moved in together, you guys became cat owners together, you guys became homeowners together, you've literally built a home together. Now you're, raising a beautiful baby girl in Heather, and I know that both of you will be like just the most amazing role models for her. And that's a lot of milestones that I just listed off right there. But, this is only the beginning of the journey that you have together, and we're all super excited to see how all of this unfolds over the next several years, so how your relationship grows, and we're just really, really proud to be a part of that journey.
I'm Holly. I grew up in Los Angeles, California. Cali girl who's now moved to the East Coast and a permanent resident here from what I can tell. So.
Yeah, my name is Joe, originally from Seoul, South Korea. Moved to LA and by way of Chicago, now here in Boston.
Close your eyes.
I think when I probably first have memories of Joe was in AP Euro or AP US, oh my goodness, AP US in 11th grade.
Yeah, we went to middle school together, had a Algebra 2 class for about a semester, and then AP US History is when we started to interact.
He would not share the answers to the tests, so that made a lasting impression, but luckily he was able to change that impression when he joined band senior year and we got to do band together, which was really fun.
So how did you guys first start dating? Did you ask him out? Did he ask you out?
Yeah, Joe's always one for the dramatic, so he actually got the whole band together without my knowing.
I asked her out. I mean, I was pretty nerdy. I was kind of almost a loser in that I just never partied or anything in high school. I was pretty academically inclined. And so I think it was senior year, I decided I can't graduate without having gone to homecoming. And so I think I must have approached her sister Lisa first to see, hey, I was thinking about asking Holly. And I think Lisa was saying, oh yeah, she doesn't have a date. I think she'll say yes, and so that's when I got the whole band like she was talking about.
And this is 100 people, and he got them together to play Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Okay.
And he asked me to homecoming, and that was our senior year. So then we've been dating since.
So you guys are high school sweethearts.
Yep, coming up on 13 years this November. Yeah.
The vows, I just need to reread them to make sure, because it's been 2 years.
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving a few years back, and she had flown out to go see her family in the Bay, which we normally do. But I gave an excuse, basically saying that I couldn't go, and at the time I really had limited vacation, and so it was somewhat true.
Well, I mean, it was true to Joe's style, just like homecoming. He organized to fly out to California. I had gone for Thanksgiving, and I was really sad actually that he couldn't join and couldn't join for family Thanksgiving, but he had to work and didn't get the time off. And I was able to go to my favorite garden called Filoli in California. And I look forward to this trip every year. It's my biggest thing. I'm clearly a big gardener.
But I decided to fly out, surprise her. Her family knew, her friends knew, but she didn't, and so I had flown out to her favorite place in the Bay. It's a famous garden called Filoli, and I was standing at her favorite spot. She didn't know it. She was feeling sick at the time, so the whole thing almost was foiled.
I had a fever and I was super sick and I almost didn't go, but I'm that obsessed with this garden that I got my butt out of bed with a fever, went there, and I was shocked when I saw him there because he was supposed to be in a different state.
But she was encouraged to go and show up, and then there I showed up and got down on the knees. So I think she kind of appreciated the fact that her favorite place in the world, pretty much, now she could cherish the memory of our proposal also, having held it there.
So that was amazing because he got to propose, and my family was there too that live in California, and so it was really just kind of the perfect situation where it was private enough for my more like introverted personality, but also it was like a little more grandiose, which really like goes with style.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kathleen Casserly, and on behalf of Holly and Joe and their families, I welcome each of you and thank you for being here today. Let's take a moment to breathe. I know Holly and Joe need to. And let the outside world recede into the background, coming more fully into this beautiful place, this time, this present moment, and our reason for gathering. What we want, what we all want, ultimately, is to love and be loved. And fortunately, Joe and Holly have found love, claimed it, and now proclaim it to this community of family and friends, and have been trying to for 2 years. Like all milestones in our lives, we want and need the support and presence of loved ones. Today, we are acknowledging that they're undertaking one of the most important steps in their lives, committing to a soulmate. Your presence matters. You're here not only as spectators, but as participants. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and this is true. I also say that it takes a village to support a marriage. You are their village, or at least part of it. So I ask you now to reach into your own hearts to give them your witness, support, and love. Will you pray with me? Dear God, you're known by many names. We first give thanks for all our blessings, the great freedoms that we know, the peace and safety we are privileged to enjoy, the plentiful abundance that is ours, the many opportunities for fulfillment that present themselves to us each day, for the love and friendships that enhance our lives, and especially for the love between this man and this woman that has brought us all together today. Please bless Joe and Holly with trust, patience, and understanding as they enter this, a deepening and enriching of their relationship. Make their communications easy and their conflicts brief. Please bless them abundantly and keep them safe from harm at all times. And together, let's say, Amen.
Joe, I feel we have been destined to be life partners. We are 14 years removed from those early, exciting first days of our high school romance. Yet I'm so much more in love with you today.
When your hair's in your eyes, and I also like when you push it aside. I like when
As you well know, I'm a pragmatist and not a hopeless romantic. I did not grow up dreaming of my Prince Charming, although I watched plenty of Disney. And yet, even in high school, I imagined as we cuddled together in the XB, or as Tessa calls it, the lunchbox, what it would be like to be married, even back then. But back then, we would have been an awful married couple. We would have fought about religion, politics, and you didn't like cats, which was like a deal breaker. But now I'm truly marrying my very best friend. You are the most intelligent, funny, and caring partner. You take care of me, Heather, and our cat babies without complaint. You're patient and driven, You have my everlasting respect for how you persevere in life and are always optimistic. I want to continue to grow this relationship during the next chapter of our lives. As we start this next chapter together, I want to acknowledge that we've both grown a lot into better partners for each other. And over the next 80 years, I want to continue to grow into a more patient and forgiving partner. I vow to continue to develop my empathy and see things from your perspective. I promise to continue to laugh at your antics and speak our own made-up language. I will continue to show you the depths of my love and communicate them through words of affirmation. I value the honesty in our relationship, and I will always endeavor to communicate respectfully, even when we disagree. I vow to explore the world with you, to share new experiences, and continue to build our family together. You're my other half, and I love you very much.
As my former favorite athlete, LeBron James, once said, it's about damn time. Today I make the most important commitment since Northwestern. Hopefully it's a more fruitful commitment than 4 years of cold and student debt. By the way, this union now means we share in my student debt and the car loan. But we also have a mortgage, so what's another $40,000? I love you. You know what I think about every simpleton on The Bachelor and TLC that leads, every wedding vow with how the bride is the most beautiful, amazing, and loving person in the world because one, they're lying. Two, most of those couples don't work out. So while you are amazing and beautiful, I won't indulge in the hyperbole. But I do know this, that you are the most perfect partner for me, the wife I used to pray for as a kid. There was this one piece in the Bible about a religious wife who loves God, but the good book says he also has, or he knows the plans that he has for me, and apparently in that plan is a wife who loves her cats above all. At first I thought that was a suboptimal deal, but it turns out that was the most amazing trait about you that I am beyond grateful for. There's no one else in the world that I would rather raise our cats and our baby Heather with, and I can unequivocally say that you are the best mom that our babies could ask for. Alls I've learned more from you than from my 4 years at NU and the 3 years at Georgia Tech. You've been my life professor that has never been afraid to fail me for my mistakes so I can learn and grow into a better man. You've taught me that my mission in life isn't to spend myself to significantly change the world, but to humbly enjoy the immensely short ride as much as I can. You've taught me love isn't just a feeling, it's replacing the cat litter after Jem's diarrhea, helping you water the garden when you're busy, calling the hotel for your introverted self, interrogating the doctor when you have a migraine, making your tea in the morning, grabbing your pills when you're sick, getting my finances in order, and not spilling olive oil when cooking, and yelling at the neighbor if they're being rude. As the nerd that I am, I sought to compute the rough probability of the outcome that we have today, starting with high school. As heterosexuals that generally like to date people our age, we choose each other among a pool of about 350. Then in college, you chose me among the 3,500 at Berkeley for your cohort, while I chose you among the 1,000 gals in mine. Only 5% of high school relationships, they say, survive past freshman year of college. So studies say there's about 50-50 chance couples get back after a breakup. I think we've done that about 3 times, so that's about 1 in 8 odds we've overcome. And what's more, 60% of long-distance relationships they do last. And Holly did long-distance relationship for 4 years in college and another year while I was working. And so 40% of the couples split up after moving in. So assuming independent and identical distribution of these random variables, there's about 0.0001% chance that we're still together. So in other words, our marriage is the one successful scenario in roughly 1 million simulations. For perspective, I have a better chance of being struck by lightning before next Christmas, getting a royal flush, rolling heads 20 times in a row, and dying from falling out of the bed within a year. In fact, I have better odds of dying from a puppy bite in the next 10 years. My coworkers and I would call that an anomaly, a true outlier. But I like our chances because stats say high school sweethearts that wait until 25 to get married have a 10-year success rate of 78%. So we now also...
we now also join an exclusive 2% of couples that marry their high school sweethearts. You really are my soul mate. Because I'm Korean. Okay. We've been on so many adventures together, from Rascal Flatts to Hollywood Bowl with Donna Summer's Hot Stuff, Snowpocalypse in Madison, Not So Much Fun in Houston, a couple of baseball games in Atlanta, Sound of Music in Salzburg, swimming with manta rays and whales in Mexico, Slovenia, Seoul, King's Landing in Croatia. Wow. As an ex-Christian, I have 3 selfish reasons for holding on to the idea of an afterlife. 1, I'm really curious what FIFA 3000 really looks like. 2, I want to treat my grandmother to a lifetime of happiness and lavishness that she didn't get to have during this one. And 3, I want to spend eternity with you and the babies, cuddling and eating mad good cookies that we love together. 80 years just isn't enough for all the adventures that we want to take on, all the babies that we want to adopt, kitten babies, that is, all the food, all the shows in our queue, so many shows. Fate led me from Seoul across the Pacific to a little town in Los Angeles called La Crescenta to cross paths with you. And if I had to swim that Pacific to be allowed to spend another lifetime with you, I would, in a heartbeat. So Holly Nicole Stevens, first of her name, Queen of Dahlias. She did all these flowers, by the way, herself, with the help of the family, obviously. Mother of ragdolls. After 12 long, joyous years, 14 years with you, I'm thrilled to finally declare my love and commitment to you for the rest of my life. I promise to be patient and keep no record of wrongs. I will be honest and communicate respectfully with you and always keep you and the babies first. I will daily show you've got a best friend in me that is forever loyal and willing to listen. I promise to live and encourage a healthy lifestyle so we can continue to explore the world and share new experiences. I promise to make you laugh daily, to never stop making theme songs for you and the babies. I vow to be a great husband and dad to our babies and future members of our family. As your first love, I promise to be your final love and be faithful to you alone as long as we both shall live. This I promise you.
Don't make no sense. You don't have to, baby.
I now charge these rings with divine love. They're circles, the most mythic and powerful of all shapes. And circles speak to us of love that has no end. In the wearing of these rings, may you be reminded of the promises that you have just made. But more importantly, may you live those promises each and every day of your lives. So these rings and the 2 who shall wear them are now blessed.
Holly,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love and unity.
as a symbol of our love and unity.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
I give you this ring
As a symbol of our love and unity.
as our symbol of our love and unity.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
As you have pledged yourselves as united in marriage and have sealed your pledge in the giving and receiving of rings, it's my joy to announce that you are now husband and wife. And Joe, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
First time, Mr. and Mrs. Park.
Yeah, baby, well, I hope you understand it. Yeah, now I wanna get high. 'Cause for the first time in a long time, I'm feeling alright. And I wanna get stoned. Off that look in your eyes that said never let go.
First, on behalf of the newlyweds, I'd like to thank everyone here for making the long, belated journey to the wedding. In particular, I want to shamelessly thank myself for traveling more than 8,000 miles, 22 hours from Seoul, South Korea, on 3 separate flights to be here. All economy. My knees will never recover from this journey. They'll never recover. His success is a natural corollary of what I saw in him 16 years ago. I respect his struggles. I respect his journey. I respect his love and gratitude for his grandmother. I respect his relationship with Holly. I respect him as a friend and as a man, and that's why I'm here.
It's been 2 incredible years, and it's finally happened today, and you all witnessed it, you participated in it, and it was just an amazing event. And I thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for being here and coming this far, far away, all the way from California, a lot of you. And here we are in the farthest corner of Vermont, and we're way up here in the sticks in Grafton, and it's just it's a magical kind of little place. Everywhere you go, you see people you know, which is us. So that makes you feel really at home when you're here.
So just thank you all for that. Thank you all for putting us together. If everyone wants to raise their glasses, I'll get mine. I just want to toast real quick to the amazing couple here. To Holly and Joe, your love for each other is inspiring to us all, and I hope that you both continue to carve this unique path together in life. Cheers.
For Joseph and Holly, Rihaya. Thank you, thank you.
Like, how do you explain loving someone who's just like the other half of you? I love Joe because he is really a kind and caring soul. I feel like deep down he cares so much about others. It's sort of the missing puzzle piece for me. He just has this really deep empathy for everyone, and I think myself included, which is something sometimes everyone needs too. So I think, like, if I had to boil it down, it's really that part of him that, he's just very loving.
I've always felt it's hard to find someone as authentic, and I think that kind of goes with the fact that I've known her since she was younger, and I know at her core, she loves me, she cares for me, and she's just the most genuine person, the most loyal person, and so yeah, I just love pretty much everything about her. It's kind of hard to pick one, but I just know at my core she's the one for me. Even in future lifetimes, if I had to do it again, I would choose her.
Take into account that great love and great achievements involve great risk, and that a loving atmosphere in your home is the foundation for your life. Be gentle with the earth. Be gentle with one another. When disagreements come, remember always to protect the spirit of your union. When you realize you've made a mistake, take immediate steps to correct it. Remember, the best relationship is one in which your love for each other exceeds your need for each other. So love yourselves, love one another, love all that is your life together, and all else will follow.